What's up, everybody? We just had major announcements from Disney and Lucasfilm as the upcoming Star Wars projects. Let's get into them. Let's discuss a few of them and my reaction to them. Holy moly, I can't wait for some of this stuff. So, some of the stuff they got into are already previously announced. We got the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, but they announced that Hayden Christensen will be a part of it. I can't wait to see him in it. I'm sure we're going to see him portray Anakin as struggling against Darth Vader, and maybe he'll show up in memories and visions of Obi-Wan, but I can't wait. I'm glad he's back in the series. I'm glad people's opinion of him has changed, that he can come back and he can get some work with Lucasfilm in the Star Wars universe and at least have that going for him. So I'm very happy he's back. I'm very happy. I know he also quit acting to go raise his child, so obviously he's found the time to come back to acting. So I'm very happy that Hayden Christensen is back. We got an announced. There's a trailer for the Bad Batch. I saw the trailer and I'll put a reaction video to it. But just quickly, it looks like the Bad Batch will defy Order 66. And they'll be fighting their clone brethren, trying to survive the rise of the Empire. They announced the Ahsoka Tano spin-off series, which is huge because once she dropped the name bomb in The Mandalorian, where's Grand Admiral Thrawn? You're like, okay, who's gonna play him, and is he gonna be involved with the Mandalorian? Maybe, maybe not, but he probably won't be that big of a role in the Mandalorian. But if there's an Ahsoka Tano spinoff, then he has a big role. He's gonna be the main bad guy in the Ahsoka Tano spinoff. So I'm looking forward to that most of all. Rosario Dawson is gonna play Ahsoka Tano for the show. Big ups to that. She did it very well in the Jedi, and I just want to say here that this wouldn't have been possible without Ashley Eckstein and her incredible voiceover work for Ahsoka Tano in the Clone Wars series. If Ashley Eckstein never voiced this character the way she did and gave the passion that she did behind this character, we would not be sitting here with an Ahsoka. So big ups to her. This is kind of due to her incredible work. They announced a Lando series. I remember a couple years ago that they signed, they got an agreement with Donald Glover to have a Lando series, and I can't wait for that. A young Lando series, that old smoothie. Donald Glover as Lando, I'm gonna love it. And one of that also would I can't think of the guy's name who portrayed a young Han Solo, but obviously his career has not taken off so well after, and maybe it's a way to bring him back every now and again for a paycheck, portraying a young Han Solo. So I hope the Lando series is a young Lando Calrissian series, or maybe it's an old Lando Calrissian series. I would not mind seeing Billy D. Williams. The only thing is with him, he's over 70 years old, so I don't know how much he wants to work. He definitely, earned his living a long time ago, and he deserves to, relax on his success. So I'm looking forward to that. They announced the Cassian Andor series, which we've known for some time. They released a little sizzle reel for it, that behind the scenes. I like Diego Luna as an actor overall. If you have not seen Narcos Mexico, you're missing it. He really kills it in that show, and he really did kill it in Rogue One. I'm interested in that show because that's gonna show we have this thing that the rebellion were just these pure-hearted good guys, but no, they had to do some real dark stuff to win the war against the Empire. And Cassian Andor is in the espionage side of the rebellion, where he has to do that dark side stuff. He has to kill informants who can give up the rebels' location. He has to probably has to commit torture and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that because it's gonna break this whole thing that the rebellion was this uppity, yeah, we're the rebels. The rebels had to, not that you know, but the rebels had to do some dark stuff in order to beat the Empire. Let's not pretend like the Empire was someone they could just beat up in a straight up fight. So they had to resort to some drastic measures, um, and and I think we'll see that in Cassian Andor. Another thing, a couple other things that they announced that I'm looking forward to. They announced Star Wars Visions, which will be short stories told in Japanese anime style, which I love. I love anime. I love the style, and I think the style could work very good for Star Wars. If you've ever seen the fan made anime TIE Fighter on YouTube, check it out. It has a real good job of taking Star Wars and putting it in that art form. And can we see some great lightsaber battles in anime? Hell yeah! That's why I wanted that, because you could really do some great lightsaber battles in anime. Because if you watch any kind of sword-based anime, any anime where the protagonist uses a sword, one of the best ones would be Rurouni Kenshin from the '90s. That give me that sword play in anime with Star Wars. Give me that. I'm here for that all day. And I hope that Visions is such a success that they maybe do a full time series, uh, maybe the Old Republic type of thing in anime. That would be cool to have like a Star Wars Old Republic series in anime and get all kinds of epic fights with the Jedi and the Mandalorians and all that. So I'm looking forward to that. They have one called Star Wars a Droid Story. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it, but I'll give it a chance. Like everything, we'll see what it is. Um, Another thing that they announced is Star Wars New Republic Rangers, or Rangers of the New Republic. It looks like that's gonna be some kind of like, uh, yeah, we're like cops in the New Republic, and we go from planet to planet, and we take down people who are threats or, or causing chaos and violence in the age of the New Republic, post the Empire. So that'll probably take place the same timeline as the Mandalorian. That probably takes place closer to the Galactic Center of Powers. So I'm interested in that. They have one called The Acolyte, which is going to be helmed by the writer of Russian Doll, which is supposed to look into sort of the dark side of the High Republic era. I look forward to that. Definitely, want to know more of the Sith, want to know more of the dark side. Maybe it'll clear up the rule of two. Maybe it'll give us the Darth Bane origins we've been craving for. And I can't wait. And the biggest one I think that's been announced, in all honesty, is the movie that's going to be helmed by Patty Jenkins. Ready? Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Now, I have my reservations. Not about Patty Jenkins. She's the director of Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was great, and I think Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be great when I'm able to see it. Um, so I have no doubts as her ability to direct. My reservations come from the timeline, based from what I've read about it. It takes place after the Rise of Skywalker. Um, so I'm interested to see on how that plays out, how people react to it, how I will react to it. And I think this is Lucasfilm's way of sort of teasing the next sequel trilogy. But I think what they're gonna do is release some movies and TV shows post the Rise of Skywalker to set up for that. Excuse me, for that next trilogy, because it also buys them time to figure out who they're gonna put that trilogy around. Daisy Ridley has announced she's done with the franchise. So has John Boyega. Oscar Isaac, I believe, is also done with it. So you're not gonna have that carryover. Mark Hamill's done with it. Harrison Ford is done with it. We've lost some of the other actors, so you don't have it. The next trilogy of Star Wars movies that take place post the Rise of Skywalker. are gonna be completely blank slated, but I think a way of kind of building plot points and set pieces for it would be to have movies that touch on the time after the Rise of Skywalker, but don't really dive into the greater galactic consequences. So I look forward to Rogue Squadron, but I kind of wish, and this is just me, that this was based on our beloved Rogue Squadron of Luke and Wedge during the Galactic Civil War. I want that. That's me, and that's where my disappointment comes in. That is not about Luke and Wedge. And part of me is like, okay, I don't think you could realistically do that because Dennis Lawson and Mark Hamill are too old. They're just too old to begin the training. But they're too old to reprise their roles for that. But you can easily explain it away. Luke is off being a Jedi, Wedge is off leading Red Squadron. Rogue Squadron needs a new leader, and here you go, random young guy or gal. You are the leaders of Rogue Squadron. That's how I would do it, but I'm not in charge of that. So we got a lot of great stuff, and I'm gonna post some reaction videos, definitely to uh, the Bad Batch trailer. I can't wait for that. And yeah, it looks like they're doing some big stuff over at Lucasfilm for the Star Wars franchise, and I can't wait to see how it works. Can't wait to see all these shows. I'm dying for Kenobi. I'm dying for Cassian Andor. And I think they're going the right direction and not just trying to launch another trilogy. Play around with it. Make movies and TV shows that can set up for a larger larger event. So maybe the Mandalorian and Ahsoka Tano, they can set up to a large event, but obviously we have sequel trilogy, so they're gonna lead into the origins of the First Order. But you can have things that lead up to a large event that set the pieces in place for the new trilogy that you're eventually going to want to do. The Rogue Squadron's a perfect way to do it. And I can't wait to see all these things on Disney Plus in theaters once we're allowed back in theaters. And yeah, and so, let me know what you think about what they announced. What do you hope to see? What are you looking forward the most? And if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. And may the force be with you. Catch you next time, guys. Take care. Bye.